Regulate your blood sugar using these 5 astonishing foods. Hey there, health enthusiasts. Are you tired of feeling sluggish and dealing with some pesky blood sugar spikes? Well, listen up, because I have some game-changing information for you. Did you know that you can regulate your blood sugar levels by incorporating a few simple and delicious foods into your diet? That's right. I'm talking about some serious superfoods that will have your metabolism singing and your energy levels skyrocketing. Trust me, these 5 astonishing foods are going to blow your mind and revolutionize the way you approach your health. So grab a pen and paper and get ready to take some notes, because you won't want to miss this. Number 1, Gymnema Sylvestre. Might have a difficult name to pronounce, but its benefits are worth the effort. This natural herb is a double treat when it comes to combating obesity, diabetes, and high cholesterol. Well, it's triple actually, right? Its active compound is called gymnemic acid. Acts as a sweet taste suppressant, reducing sugar cravings. Well, that will help, right? And if that wasn't impressive enough, studies have shown that the herb could increase the insulin production when needed. We don't want too much insulin, but we sometimes do, and when you need it, this herb will help you. It will also improve the cell growth in your pancreas and prevent sugar absorption in the intestines. Did you know that Gymnema Sylvestre could be called a hater of bad cholesterol? Well, you don't want to be a hater, right? You don't want to hate anybody. But you can hate the bad cholesterol. Nothing wrong with that. Just don't hate people. This amazing herb not only adds flavor to your food, it could also help with your health. Now, Gymnema Sylvestre has been shown to block the absorption of, we said glucose, but also cholesterol, which means it could lower your bad cholesterol levels in your blood. Now, let's talk about the second important food or herb, cinnamon. Now, cinnamon isn't just a tasty ingredient to sprinkle on your latte. It also contains a secret weapon called cinnamaldehyde, which packs a punch in the fragrance department, as well as contributing to various health benefits and anti-inflammatory effects. And that's not all. Cinnamon bark has even more tricks up its sleeve, including bioactive compounds like catechins or procyanidins, which are like superheroes of flavonoids with antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. But wait, there's more. Research has shown that cinnamon may be the ultimate wingman when it comes to controlling blood sugar. Just a daily 500 milligram dose, that is only 1/3 of a teaspoon, folks, can make a difference in improving fasting blood glucose and glucose tolerance in people with prediabetes. Did you know that your favorite spice may also be good for your heart? Yep. Some studies have suggested that the cinnamon, especially Ceylon cinnamon, might have cardioprotective effects. In fact, researchers tested this theory by giving people with metabolic syndrome a cinnamon supplement. And guess what? The participants who took the supplement saw a significant decrease in their weight, cholesterol, triglycerides, and even blood pressure. Now, a lot of people take supplements and they think that it will happen overnight. Well, not so much. These studies last months and months and months. So to see difference in especially herbal things, you will need to stick to it, okay? A lot of pharmaceuticals nowadays, they want you to believe that there's immediate gratification in lowering your levels with a lot of long-term side effects. So don't be foolish. So make sure that understand not every supplement, not every herb will give you immediate results, so you will have to stick to it. But at the end, it's like hitting a jackpot for your heart health. Now, before you start sprinkling cinnamon on top of every meal, remember there is a grain of salt that you have to consider there, because these are not medications that are not 100% foolproof. But there's no harm in enjoying a little extra cinnamon in your life or taking as a supplement. Now, I'll say keep spicing things up, my friend. Number 3. That one is not everybody's favorite or not very common, but I would say it's important. Banaba. Are you curious about the latest and greatest medicinal products on the market? Well, if you are, you must have heard about Banaba. And no, it's not a fancy dessert or a dance move. It is a supplement extracted from some tree leaves. Banaba has been used for centuries in Southeast Asia for a variety of health issues. And now it is making waves in the Western world for this potential weight loss and anti-inflammatory features. But that's not all. It contains allantoinins, which is some sort of tannin, and cortisolic acid, which have antioxidant effects and can lower blood sugar levels pretty quickly within 60 minutes. If you are wearing a CGM, for example, and you're eating the same things, and you take the Banaba supplements, you will see that it will affect your blood sugar fairly quickly. Now, Banaba supplements may reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes if you don't have any diabetes, and could be a great complement to your standard diabetes treatments. Now, Banaba could pack a punch beyond just being a flavorful tea. Some people use it as a tea, right? But research has shown that this plant supplement could potentially assist in lowering blood pressure as well. As you know, diabetics have high blood pressure. Nowadays, they consider 140/90 normal, but in reality, anything over 120/70 is not normal, my friend. In study, for example, examining the effects of Banaba, in that study that I read, the participants who took 500 milligrams twice a day experienced significant decreases in their systolic blood pressure over a 12-week period. Again, it takes weeks sometimes, right? It can help other blood pressure medications that you may be taking if your blood pressure remains high despite those medications. I'm not big on medications, but sometimes you have to, right? Now, number 4, let's talk about bitter melon. Have you heard of bitter melon or seen on the market? Actually, if you go to some supermarket or maybe some farmers markets, you'll see them there. Now, bitter melon sounds like a rapper name, but it's not. It's a plant. Actually, it can leave a bitter taste in your mouth. That's why they call it bitter melon. So, the scientific name is MORINGA charantia. Folks also call it bitter gourd. Now, as it ripens, it becomes more and more bitter, which likely isn't a reflection on its potential health benefits. Now, bitter melon is a plant, is found in a lot of parts of the world, like Asia, South America, and like I said, in North America, we see these in the farmers markets. But people have used it for medicinal purposes for years, for centuries. And guess what? Bitter melon is loaded with nutrients that your body will thank you for. Studies have linked to lowering blood sugar and potentially helping in diabetes treatment. Now, add some bitterness to your diet, right? That will help. Or you can take it in a supplement. Like the glucodefense we have now, SugarMD glucodefense is a lot gentler. It works slower, but it gets the job done. It will help you. Just like the SugarMD advanced glucose support we had, the glucodefense is phenomenal with less side effects, more gentle, and it gets the job done. If you use it for at least 6 to 12 weeks, you will see tremendous results. Now, the consumption of bitter melon, if you want to consume it, in any way, food or supplement, it can help your cells use glucose and move it to the liver or muscles and fat. So you can actually use the glucose. The melon may also help your body retain nutrients, and it blocks the conversion of glucose to certain other things. Like, for example, when you do not use the glucose ends up being something else in your body, like sorbitol, and that affects your health and creates diabetes complications. For that reason, we always recommend alpha-lipoic acid and benfotiamine as a scavenger to prevent those complications, which again you can find on our website at sugarmds.com. So these are the three things that I always recommend my patients: alpha-lipoic acid, benfotiamine combinations to help prevent excessive glucose damage in your body. Now let's talk about bitter melon a little more. It has been studied for its potential to manage blood sugar levels in individuals with pre-diabetes and diabetes. No, it's not a drug, it's not FDA approved, no, but it's been studied. It is important to note that you need to discuss with your doctor if your blood sugar is dropping too low, then maybe you should adjust other medications when you're using these herbs, for example. There are a lot of promising research. Most researchers recommend conducting more research, obviously, but any form of bitter melon will help diabetes management in most cases. 2 studies in particular have been conducted to address the bitter melon and diabetes. And you can actually see that in the Cochrane database of systemic reviews. And they concluded that although there are more studies needed to measure the exact effects of bitter melon on type 2 diabetes and its potential use, but it's great to be used as a nutritional therapy. Another study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology, for example, compared the effectiveness of bitter melon with some current diabetes drugs. Now, the study did find that bitter melon actually reduced the fructosamine levels, which is a sign of high blood sugar in type 2 diabetes. And if it goes down, you know the blood sugar levels, especially spikes, go down. But it was a little less effective than typical medications. But hey, it's natural, right? So it's a little less effective maybe by itself. That's why we always use a combination of herbs to increase the effectiveness. But at the end, for those people who cannot tolerate medications or who don't want to take medications, it is a great alternative, although it may not be a direct replacement. Again, bitter melon is considered a complementary or alternative medicine. Therefore, the use of bitter melon is not FDA approved, and I don't think it will ever be FDA approved, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And I know most of you have been using, so I know you're happy. Write down in the comment what you think about it. Number 5, fenugreek. Now, fenugreek may help in the metabolic conditions such as diabetes too. Did you know that adding fenugreek powder or seeds to your diet could actually possibly control your blood sugar levels? Not immediately maybe, but eventually. One study found that people with type 2 diabetes who took 5 grams of fenugreek seed powder twice daily for 2 months, they noticed a reduction in fasting blood sugar levels. Their belly fat went down, their body mass index went down, hemoglobin A1C went down. This is great news for those living with diabetes, right? But it doesn't stop there. The high fiber content found in fenugreek powder could also benefit those without diabetes in maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. So if you don't have diabetes, still use it, not harmful. In fact, another study found that adding fenugreek powder to buns and flatbreads, exactly, for example, in the breads, significantly reduced blood sugar levels. So if you're doing your own bread at home, use them in your bread, right? But with the easy availability of the supplement and potential benefits that it offers, I think adding fenugreek powder to your diet or taking it as a supplement, to me, is a no-brainer. Again, we have this in our supplement in Glucodefense Now. Have you ever heard of a tea that can stimulate urination? It may not be the most glamorous topic, but it can also help detoxify your body quickly. Now, it is a tea. It's a natural diuretic. It works wonders to eliminate excess toxins, fats, salts, and water from your body. Now, fenugreek tea can do that. It reduces the strain on your kidneys and other organs and help process and eliminate the toxins. If you have iron deficiency anemia, for example, that can also help you with that too because there's iron in there. If you are trying to lose a few pounds, this tea has appetite suppressing qualities as well if you like to use fenugreek in a tea. It is low calorie, packed with nutrients and vitamins, and you will love it. If you have respiratory infections, if you have COPD, etc., it will also help break down mucus and help fight the harmful pathogens in your mucosa as well. It helps your immune system. It's a big boost. COVID-19 has been in the rise again, so I think you will need that. The fenugreek tea also contains vitamin C. It stimulates your white cells, which is your primary defense of your immune system. And if you cannot do tea or you cannot do all those things that you have no time for, then you're in to get the SugarMD Glucose Defense Formula, which includes all of these 5 essential foods that I talked today, and that will help maintain a healthy glucose, cholesterol, and blood pressure. So the best part, you don't have to worry about buying them separately or trying to make teas and this and that or breads, etc., adding to your food. But you just have to consume them, twice a day. And it's a very affordable price point. We changed the price point because a lot of people said, your stuff works great, but it's too expensive. I can't buy it. Guess what? I'm here for you. I work day and night to get things for you that you can afford. So now we have this Glucose Defense Formula that you should try and start living a healthier life. But thanks for watching. Cheers to happier and healthier life. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this channel so far, and I hope you subscribed already. If you didn't, do it. And if you did, watch this video right there. I think that will help you too.